Hi everyone! Today we're going to be talking about equations and variables. So an equation is a statement with numbers and operations, and it has an equal sign. And so that means that it's saying that one side is equal to another side. They should be the same once we solve. And a variable is just a letter that represents a number. So that is what we are going to be trying to figure out today, what the variables are really representing. So let's get started with this problem. Right here on one side, I have 11, and that is going to equal 8 plus something, 8 plus x. So here we have our equation, 11 equals 8 plus x. That tells me that something plus 8 is going to equal 11. And when I think of addition, I think of my model, which is a part whole model. So I'm going to go and stack these the way that they would look if we were putting it in our model. A model that looks like this. So I went ahead and put our numbers here with our 8, x, and 11. So now that we've set it up, we kind of have an easy way to figure out our answer. 8 plus something equals 11. We know that we have 1, 2, 3. So that tells me that x should equal 3. But I want us to find a strategy that's going to work every time. What's always going to work is finding the opposite of the operation that you were using. So the opposite of addition is going to be subtraction. So that tells me that I need to subtract 8 from both sides, and 11 minus 8 is going to give me 3. 8 minus 8 would be 0. Then I bring everything down. And that tells me that x should equal 3, which is exactly what we thought. These get a lot more challenging, but they are also a lot more fun once you get the hang of them. We're going to try another one that has multiplication and division here. Our problem is 5x equals 20. And remember, if we have a number right next to a letter or parentheses, that tells us that we are going to need to multiply. It's always your clue to multiply. There is no operation symbol, that usually means multiply. So what this is really saying is 5 times what equals 20. And when we read that, if we know our times tables, that's a pretty easy question to answer. 5 times what equals 20. So let's go ahead and start to figure that out, because eventually, remember, these are going to get more challenging, so we want to be able to answer them every single time. So I can start, I have my 20 blocks down here. I have my 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 groups, and I can start placing all of these into each group one at a time. That's one way to do it. Now that I've distributed all of my blocks into their groups, I see that each group has 4 blocks. So that tells me that I will have 5 groups of 4. So x should equal 4, because 5 times 4 equals 20. 5 times 4 equals 20. To do this algebraically with a number sentence, we can do that also. If I have 5x equals 20, I know that this is really multiply. So I have 5 times x equals 20. Now the opposite of multiplication is going to be division. So to divide, I always put my little division symbol. Remember, our line can also mean division. So this means 20 divided by 5 and 5 divided by 5. So if I have 5 divided by 5, my answer would cancel out or be 1x, which is just x. And then I know 20 divided by 5 is going to equal 4, because 20 divided by 5 is 4, and so my answer is exactly what we got before, x equals 4. The most important thing to remember is to make sure that you are using the opposite operation and also following PEMDAS 2. Thank you.